star of The Big Bang Theory, Jim Parsons. And from
Jim Parsons is here from The Big Bang Theory. He's on Broadway in Harvey.
How funny is Jim Parsons?
I love him. I love him
great.
so. He's so talented. He's brilliantly funny and one of the most talented
And
actors.
he's very fancy now. He's doing Broadway constantly.
Yeah.
He's working all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. Who else do we have? Oh, and
Congratulations again, Cheryl. We got a big show with Jim Parsons when we return. Don't go away.
2 Emmys and a Golden Globe for his role on the hit sitcom The Big Bang Theory. Now he's back on Broadway starring in Harvey. Please welcome Jim Parsons.
I've never been in your new digs before.
This
is really impressive.
Do you like it? It's beautiful.
Now, when I co-hosted with you, I wasn't good enough for the new digs.
No, we hadn't
We were in the old,
yet.
crappy studio.
Yes, we were in the old.
Yeah.
It's very funny. We said we went from having that little triangular audience of just a very few, and now look at all the room we have. It's very nice.
I love this whole balcony issue.
Nice, isn't it?
Now you feel important. Yes.
We do. We feel important. And we put the people we think are most likely to spit on us behind.
Smart. It's smart. Yeah, it's like the sneeze bar at Subway.
Right. Exactly. So did you just wrap Big Bang Theory?
We wrapped Big Bang Theory on a Tuesday night, and then Wednesday I flew, and then Thursday we started Harvey rehearsal.
So you've had no break. You went straight from Big Bang to here to start working on Broadway.
But it's heaven. Honestly,
you
it's
love
heaven.
working all the time.
Well, I do right now. I don't know if I will for the rest of my life, and I don't know. And certainly, if it was the wrong work, it would feel like work. This is where I'm doing the definition of if you love your job, you never work a day in your life, yada yada.
Right.
I don't mean to yada yada. That is the most wonderful thing going on. But seriously, you know, and theater specifically is so entrenched in my heart.
Well, you're so good on stage.
Thank you.
I mean,
That's very kind
it's
of you.
such a treat to watch you perform on stage.
I love doing it. And, you know, we perform for a live audience, obviously, for the television show. But it's very different, you know, like, it's even less intimate than it is here because I don't know why exactly.
It's just far away. There's so many
far away.
things
Yeah,
in
you know,
between
both
you
of
and the
you know.
audience.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that you don't get to redo it on stage. I mean, the next night you can, but whatever happens that night happens that night. It evaporates in the ether, and the only memories are really here and here. There's no...
Do you have nightmare dreams when you're doing a play that you forget your lines, or do you go on stage naked or something like that?
It's really... No.
Sorry.
Was that too intimate?
Yeah.
No, the only thing... I did wake up yesterday morning, and I do have a couple of longer passages in this play that... Not that they give me fits, I love doing them, but you know when you have a longer passage at one time, you're on your own in a lot of ways to figure out how this is working. I did wake up yesterday morning and I was in the middle of a dream where somebody was telling me, your pacing and your phrasing is all wrong. You're taking breaths in the wrong places. And what's weird is I don't even think that way about those pieces.
Right.
But I was doing it like it was a piece of music almost in my dream. And I woke up very anxious and I was awake for about 20 minutes before I realized it's not true.
Right.
I don't know. Nobody's told me it is. If it is,
Right.
you come to play and you tell me if it's true.
Here's the good news. We found out that anxiety is very good. It will keep mosquitoes away from you.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know,
She
I've
doesn't get
never been a
touched.
mosquito target, and I do think that's what I've always
you
been
have a lot of
like a
anxiety?
chihuahua. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I call myself a chihuahua.
Do you really?
Yes, and I don't get bitten by mosquitoes.
But see, you're so cute and small. You're like,
I'm like,
not
I'm like
really
a long-haired chihuahua.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, they could be.
we have to take a commercial break.
Okay.
Coming back, we're going to talk about, oh my gosh, your play with the 6-foot-tall invisible rabbit, Harvey, when we return. Don't go away. We're back with Jim Parsons, who's starring in Harvey on Broadway. But before that,
Yes.
Will you have any downtime? Because I know that you're going to be here for the entire
Well, we're closing August 5th, and we picked that date for several reasons, but one of them because Big Bang was like, we can safely give you I could be back at work by the 8th, but if I'm not, what I would like more than life itself is to go to the U.S. Open again. It is my favorite thing in the summer in New York. Yeah.
Now, you're not blown away by seeing celebrities in New York, but
Some of them,
I hear that you're blown away.
Sports figures?
Yeah, you swoon over sports.
They stupefy me.
Why?
Well, for one thing, if you couldn't tell, I've never really played. So I think that they definitely have a lot of abilities that I would never even dream of having, and that's, especially the older I've gotten and the more I've worked and stuff, I find myself taking more of my downtime to watch things like sports.
Right.
And
You ran into Michael Strahan once, right?
I did. Me
Tell
and
us
my
about that
manager
story.
were coming up to me. Well, I ran into Michael Strahan. He came up to me and he said, my wife and I are big fans of the show, and he like handed me his card, which I still was like, what the hell am I going to do with this?
No,
You know.
call him.
But
Challenge
he was just
him
so
to a
tall. Well, you know how big he is
he's massive.
physically.
Yes.
So I'm just going, and my manager, who's been with me at several events, she finally, I just took over and she goes, yeah, he's never like this.
Let's talk about your Broadway show, who was directed by
Scott Ellis,
who we
all
love.
of us share.
Yeah.
We all love Scott Ellis.
Scott's fantastic.
It's called Harvey.
Yes, and so I have this, I do play Elwood, who has this 6'3.5" tall white rabbit best friend, and my sister, played by the wonderful Jessica Heck, decides we've had enough in this family of this and it's time to put me away. That is really the basis of the story, but honestly it's really about, Elwood is also a man who is so fond of other people and is so fond of connecting and talking to other people and really taking time to do that in a world filled with people just getting on with their lives, and it's a very human tale, like how we treat each other and how we think of each other and listen to each other.
Get it, tail.
Well, it's a treat to watch you on stage. It really is, and everybody should go out to see it.
Thank
It's
you.
the Roundabout Theater Company, Harvey on Broadway at Studio 54.
We're coming to see you.
We're
You're
gonna come see
amazing.
you, man.
Always.
Please do.
Yes.
Next, the stars of Pawn Stars. We return. Jim Parsons, everybody.
Thank you.
We love you so much.
I love you.